Thank you so much. How you doing, baby? Happy Wednesday. And today on Coffee and Conversation with your girl, Shakenya, when you get a minute, go to that YouTube channel, Shakenya, and hit subscribe, guys. Look at some of the videos, and if you see anything that you like, just hit share. Quit playing with me, man, y'all. It's a tough crowd, man. I don't care what I do. I don't care what I'm doing. It just ain't enough. I don't know why y'all make me work so hard. But it's okay, because I just met Miss Korean, so I got a follower today. Yeah, so hopefully you number 2 and 3. Okay, so y'all, today we're gonna get back into these disorders. I know, sounds like fun. But yesterday I threw a whole lot at you. I threw a whole lot. I threw a lot of things that could possibly contribute to your childhood traumas, a lot of things that you probably ain't dealt with as a child, how your life was as a kid. Like, I had a decent childhood. I know I wrote a book called Dysfunctional Family Knot. I know my mom was on drugs. I know that. I know I talked about being molested. I know. But for the most part, I had a good childhood and upbringing. I had fun. Like, I'm in touch with my inner child. Are you in touch with your inner child? That's why you see me out there jumping on that trampoline. You see me out there playing with them kids. We be on the porch playing old school games. We don't do computers and stuff. Yeah. So yesterday I threw a lot of stuff at you that could contribute to childhood traumas. I threw my molestation at you. I threw at you having parents that abuse alcohol. Good morning, Alexander. I threw at you might have grew up in a household where parents abused drugs. You might have was physically abused as a child. You probably was cussed out and talked down to every day. Yeah, made you feel a little worthless. Mess with your self-esteem, your confidence. Yeah. Yesterday I didn't mention, but maybe you were given up for adoption. Yeah, maybe you were giving up for adoption. Maybe you tried to reconnect. Good morning, Alex. Hey, Tracy, that's my cousin. Maybe you tried to reconnect with that parent, and the parent didn't want nothing to do with you. Didn't want to try to give, So maybe you have some abandonment issues from that. Who knows? Yeah, that's just a couple things. Maybe you were involved in a domestic violence situation. Maybe your mom and dad fought all the time, or maybe your mom and her boyfriend fought all the time, or maybe your daddy and his girlfriend fought all the time, or maybe your daddy and his boyfriend fought all the time, maybe your mama and her girlfriend fought all the time. Hey, I gotta cover everybody because I love the world. Okay, so I mean, what if you grew up in that type of situation? How does it contribute to your adult life? Have you gotten any help, any treatment? Have you seen a therapist? Now, on the flip side of all of this, even though you have parents that have done this to their children, do you know that some of these parents still have a relationship with their kids? And right now I'm talking to the parents whose baby mama, baby daddy took the child out their life, and they have no relationship whatsoever with their child, and they have not done none of these things that I have mentioned. None of them. But yet and still, because of the hatred that that parent has for you, that child carries that same hatred that that parent has for you. I know. Because I can't understand why my baby, and you know it's going to come back to me, damn it, this is my show. You know it's going to come back to me. I don't know why my baby is an exception to the rule. Like, for me not to have done none of these things, fix it, Jesus. And for these parents to have done something and their children have forgiven them, fix it, Jesus. What could I have done? I sit back and think about that every day. That's what torments me. Now that's going to drive me to go sitting on somebody's couch, trying to figure out, what did I do and when did I do it? What did I do in between the radio show and writing a book and having a youth program and cleaning buildings and toilets and stuff and traveling with this radio show and going out and taking my kids with me, volunteering at events and volunteering at campaigns? When did I do what I did? And what did I do? Because if you are a parent and your child has been taken out your life and there's no relationship, that means you have done something similar to these things that I have named. And if you've done something similar to these things that I have named, fix it, Jesus. You might not deserve a relationship with that baby. But for those parents who have not done these things, yeah, that's part of your psychological damage. Yeah, that baby mama and that baby daddy doing what they did, pulling the baby out the way that they did. That's for you to question your worth. That's for you to, I know, that might lead to your depression, because that's what we're talking about right now. We're talking about depression. So we've covered a lot of disorders within this past week. We've covered bipolar. We've covered post-traumatic stress. We've covered anxiety. And we've covered depression. But when we scratched that scab off of depression, it gave us 4 different forms of depression. So we covering those, right? So we started off with the clinical depression. Ugh, I know that's a nasty little booger. And then that turned into code name MDD, manic depressive disorder. I know it hides underneath some kind of way. And then we talked about persistent depressive disorder.
I was locked up for manic depression in Northville Hospital. They said I was never supposed to get out. They closed down, and look at me.
Wow. Look at God. Look at God. So yeah, we're covering persistent depressive disorder. We covered that. So that takes us to manic depression. And do you know, when we looked up manic depression, bipolar came up again. I know. That right there, I think all of us need to go get tested and see if we bipolar. I do, because reading the symptoms and the mood swings and things, I don't know. But bipolar disorder is a mental health condition that causes significant changes in mood, behavior, and energy levels. The mood swings that affect people with bipolar disorder can last for days, weeks, or even several months. It's difficult to diagnose this condition because the signs are subtle and can be, I don't know, because you know, you can go through things every day and think that it might not be nothing wrong with you. It might just be you got to put this fire out, or you just got to do some adulting, or you just might do this. But when you got situations where you're depressed and you're down and it's happening more so than not, yeah, I think you really need to reach out for help. Like, you got to get in tune with your body. You got to know yourself. You got to spend some time with yourself to see how you function, how you are around certain people, how you deal with certain situations. Do your heart rate go up? Do you sweat when you having a panic attack? You got to get in tune with your body, because that's the only way you going to know when the doctor asks you those questions, you know. So, yeah, and it rolls down because we already went over bipolar. And I don't know how it came up again, but it did. So it came up under manic depression. So they also put down here great mood and happy feelings. So I guess these are the titles that they give your ups and downs when when you're going through what you're going through with the manic depression. So they say people in the hypomanic or manic phase of bipolar experience euphoria and exhilaration without external cause. They might be excitable and energetic. No, excitable, I'm sorry guys. They might be excitable and energetic, but the high often is short-lived. So that means I ain't gonna say you be faking it, but you don't be happy for long periods of time. And it seems like, to me, it don't take much to bring you back down, you know. I'm sorry for the interference in the background, y'all. This is a public place. I ain't famous yet. Once y'all make me famous, I'll be sitting in the studio doing coffee and conversation with professionals on my couch, going over this stuff and dissecting it. Yes. But until then, this is where we are. So it says, though this may be considered a good mood, it is often experienced with an intensity not common to people without the condition. Furthermore, after the manic state ends, people with bipolar disorder often experience a jarring downward spiral that results to depression. Hey! Yo, this is deep. I wanted to get off into postpartum depression, but I think that needs a whole video of its own, just like this one did. So, guys, we're still going over disorders, because in a minute we're going to tie them into your childhood traumas. And then in a minute, we're going to tie him into why your baby mama and your baby daddy might do what they do. And we're going to tie it into their upbringing. And then we're going to break it down to the psychological damage that they might have suffered as a result of why they doing what they do to you. Like, I don't understand why my baby daddy fought so hard to take my baby out of my life, because I did all the things that his mama didn't do, nor did my mama do. Like, when he was growing up, he would always talk about the mama not getting up and getting the baby dressed. His little sister, he had to be the mama and get the baby up and this and that. That's why him taking over, trying to take over my position and my role as the mom doesn't strike me, because he had to do it as a child. So he might have a distrust for women, but although that is not reflected in the relationship that he has for his mom, he might treat other women a certain way. That's probably why he treated me the way that he did in the marriage. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, this gets real deep. That's why I'm going back to school. Because for me to be able to further teach you, I gotta further educate myself. Yeah, because this gets really, really, really deep. So we're gonna continue to go over the disorders. We're gonna tie them all together, guys. And that's it for Coffee and Conversation today. I think I covered everything. I hope you talk to your baby for the holidays. Oh, y'all talking to me. Let me see who all checked in. Hey, Doreen. Hey, Lenore. Most people have some form of depression, but they don't know it or are in denial. And Lenora, you are correct. That's why I tell everybody, ain't nothing wrong with going to talk to somebody. We got to get rid of that stigma is what we got to do. And then if you do not want to go to therapy, make sure you have some people that you can talk to, people that you trust, people that, you know, ain't going to steer you the wrong way, people that have your best interest at heart, people that know you as a person, you know, because you got to talk to somebody. Y'all talk to somebody. Let me see who else down joined it. Hey, Renee, good morning. Hey, Erica, beautiful. I'm sorry, baby, that I missed you. Good morning. Y'all, hope I got everybody. Hey, Cedric. Hey, y'all, enjoy y'all day. Thanks for jumping on with me, guys. I love y'all. I'm out. Mwah. I'm trying to get off.